Hey everybody, welcome back to BK's Bullets. Today we're going to do an overview of the complete collection of Moon Knight by Brian Michael Bendis and Alex Maleev. Hey everybody, welcome back to BK's Bullets. As always, I'm your host, Brent, and before we crack open this book, let me ask you to please do one thing. Please subscribe. Helps me out, helps the channel grow, lets you know when I drop new videos, all that good stuff. I'm aiming for 3 videos a week now that we're back in the new house and on schedule. So let's open this guy up. This is the newest Moon Knight collection to come out. This is the complete collection of Brian Michael Bendis and Alex Maleev. They did a 12-issue run a couple years ago, and this collects everything in here from 1 through 12, all written by Bendis and illustrated by Alex Maleev. Now, this had a lot of hype at the time because it was Bendis and Maleev like reuniting so many years after their acclaimed Daredevil run, and I think everybody jumped on it for that. But the actual idea of it is a little different. This is not your regular Moon Knight. Moon Knight is talking to Captain America, Spider-Man, and Wolverine in his head as opposed to the other personalities. So this was like, I guess, Bendis trying to get more people interested in Moon Knight. He was interested in it, but he had a different take on it as to why other people would want to read it. So he involved the rest of the Marvel Universe with these other characters inside Moon Knight's head rather than his normal alter egos. So it is a little interesting that they're releasing this right before the Disney Plus show comes out at the end of, I think it's May or March or something like that. At the end of March, yeah, is coming out. Rather than, like, I would think you would do a complete collection of the first 2 arcs of David Finch's run with Charlie, or I think it's Charlie Houston was a writer. That was what everybody read when Moon Knight had a big comeback, was that run right there. So I guess it's easier. You could just say, we're going to do, there's only 12 issues in this, so we can collect them all and have it here, and nobody will complain if we don't get a second volume, if it doesn't sell that well. And Bendis and Maleev probably will sell. So let's talk about this book. It's a little flimsy compared to some other Marvel trades. I don't know if I've picked up a more recent Marvel trade, but this cover is definitely like a little flimsier than I would like. And the paper is glossy, so that is nice, but does feel a little thin. I ordered this one from Amazon, and I think there's maybe like a little, I don't know if there's some humidity. Maybe there was when I picked it up, but now that it's been in the house for a couple days, I think it's evened out. But I remember opening it up out of the box and being like, oh, there's a little, like, you could probably see the little thing here. So I think it's evened out now that it's been in the house. So that's nice. So yeah, you've got the characters in Moon Knight's head, and he's talking to him. At first he didn't know that they're in his head, and then as it goes on, you figure it out. But I can't remember what my reaction to this was. I know I picked this up in single issues, so this was probably, 2008 or 9 when this was first published. I could be wrong. This collection is from 2021, but it was released in 2022. I'm trying to see when the original one. Oh, no, it says 2011. Maybe I was wrong. So maybe, I can't remember. Did I have No, yeah, I did pick this up in singles. I think I was still collecting singles when this came out. There's a 2-page spread here, so you can see how this kind of lays out. Not very well, as most trade paperbacks, but there you have it. But yeah, this takes place in LA, and Mark Spector, this guy here, is kind of the main Moon Knight personality. Has to deal with Ultron, as you find out at the end of the first issue. And there's like an Ultron head everybody's battling over. It takes place in LA. Mark Spector's like this new movie producer, and you get, I think the Owl is in here, which Bendis really likes. I want to say, here's Bullseye. I want to say Count Nefaria is in here as well. Here's some other villains that I can't name off the top of my head. So I don't remember if there was like a big Moon Knight villain that pops up here. I'm not that familiar with the character. Also interesting that they're not collecting the Declan Shalvey run in like a complete collection or something right now. That was the one that has Mr. Knight in it, and the Khonshu head as the bird head skull kind of thing. Here's Dr. Nefaria. There you go. I knew he was in there. So yeah, I think the hood is in here. It has to do with something with the hood. This was kind of going on at the same time as like his new, I want to say Bendis' new Avengers wrapped up. But yeah, here's Moon Knight with a freaking web shooter. You're like, wait, what? So it's an interesting little collection. I don't think you should read it if you're looking for the quintessential Moon Knight. This is definitely not it. But and as for a Bendis Maleev project, I don't think it's, nothing can hold a candle to that Daredevil run. Let's not kid ourselves here. It's got some alternate covers in the back. Humberto Ramos, love him. Fantastic. Brian Hitch, being Brian Hitch, not really a fan of his sometimes. So that's nice. But yeah, I would think that you would collect this right here. Like, I think this had an omnibus out. Yeah, Omnibus Volume 1. This is the omnibus. This is not the Finch run. This is just a cover he did for that omnibus. But I would think you would collect the Finch run in these like thicker trades. You could do that in like 2 or 3. This is the current series that's going on, the Midnight Mission. This is an interesting series. If you're not reading this, I do recommend this. It's worth checking out. But as for it is a complete collection. It's a full story. It's 12 issues. If you like Bendis and Maleev, or you just like Alex Maleev, and you maybe like Moon Knight, I think you could pick this up, and you could have a good time with it. It's okay. It's not the greatest thing in the world. It doesn't come with a 2 thumbs up recommendation. It's just an interesting take on Moon Knight. But if you're thinking this is going to be a primer for the Disney Plus show, I absolutely say do not pick this up. If you're familiar with Moon Knight and you haven't read this, I guess you could check it out. It does retail for $30, and you can probably find it cheaper online than $30. But if you got an LCS that keeps your stuff in stock in relatively good order, go pick it up from them, obviously. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of this run of Moon Knight down below in the comments, and we will see you guys next time in the Funny Pages.